10th January 2021, Madhuban, Avyakt BapDada, Om Shanti, Revise 9th October 1987. The Murli's title, News of the Alaukik Royal Court. Today, BapDada is looking at the royal court of his children who have a right to self-sovereignty. Out of the whole cycle, this Alaukik court of the confluence age is unique. It has elevated pride. It is most distinctive and the loveliest of all. The spiritual sparkle, the spiritual lotus set, the spiritual crown and tilak, the sparkle of the face and the alaukic fragrance of the atmosphere of the elevated awareness of the stage of this royal court are delightful and extremely attractive. Seeing such a gathering and every self-sovereign soul, BapDada is very pleased. It is such a huge court. Every Brahmin child is a self-sovereign, a master of the self. So, there are so many Brahmin children. If you held a court of all the Brahmins together, it would be such a big royal court. There isn't such a big court in any other age. The speciality of the confluence age is that all the children of the highest on high father became masters of the self. In a Lokik family, every father says to his children, "This child of mine is my king child," or his wish is that every child of his should become a king. However, not all of the children can become kings. They have copied the Supreme Father in the saying. At this time, all the children of BapDada are definitely Rajyogis, that is, masters of the self. They are number-wise Rajyogis. None of them are Praja Yogis, means yogis who became a subject. So, BapDada was looking at the unlimited royal gathering. All of you consider yourselves to be masters of the self, do you not? Are all you new children who have come masters of the self, or do you still have to become that? You are new and so you are learning how to meet and get together. You will continue to develop the habit of understanding the Avyakta things that the Avyakta Father tells you. Nevertheless, you will appreciate this fortune worth even more later rather than you do now. How fortunate all of souls us are. BapDada was telling you news of the Alaukik royal court. Baba's attention was especially being drawn to the crown and the sparkle on the faces of the children, even against his conscious wish. The crown is a symbol of purity, the speciality of Brahmin life. The sparkle on the face is the sparkle of spirituality and of being stable in a spiritual state. Even when you look at someone ordinarily, your vision will first of all go to the face. Your face is a mirror of your attitude and stage. So, BapDada was seeing that There was a sparkle on everyone, but one pair of those who have always stable in the stage of spirituality, those who had this stage naturally and easily, and others stabilized in this stage through the practice of the spiritual stage. On the one hand, there were those who easily had the stage, and on the other hand, were those who had to make effort to remain stable in this stage. That is, one kind were easy yogis, and the other were yogis who had to make effort. There was a difference in the sparkle of the two. One had natural beauty, and the other had beauty through efforts. Just as people nowadays look beautiful because of their makeup, the sparkle of natural beauty is always constant, whereas the sparkle of the other beauty is sometimes very good and sometimes only to a certain percentage. It is not always the same, not always stable. So, the stage of constantly being an easy and natural yogi enables you to become a number one self servant. Since all you children have promised to lead a Brahman life, that is, the one Father is your world, and that you belongs to the one Father and none other. Since the Father is your world and there is no one else, you would naturally and easily have a constantly yogi stage, would you not? Or would you have to make effort? If there is anyone else, you have to make effort to stop your intellect going there and see that it goes here. However, when the one Father is everything, where would the intellect go? Since it cannot go anywhere, what practice will it have? There is a difference in the practice too. One is a natural practice, it is always in that stage, and the other is a practice through making effort. When the self servant children are those who have this practice easily, it is a sign of that they are easy and natural yogis. The sparkle on their faces is alaukic, so that as soon as others see their faces, they experience those souls to be souls who are embodiments of elevated attainment and easy yogis. When someone has physical health, when someone has physical wealth or has attained a physical status, you can tell by the sparkle on his face that he is from a wealthy family or has claimed a high status. In the same way, the intoxication and sparkle of this elevated attainment, this elevated right to a kingdom, that is, the attainment of an elevated stage, is visible on their faces. Let the sparkling faces of all the self sovereign children always be like this. Let sign of effort not be visible. Let signs of attachment be visible. Even now, when you see the faces of some children, you say this one has attained something. Whereas for other children, when you see their faces, you say, this is a high destination, and they have very high renunciation. From their faces, their renunciation would be visible, but their fortune would not be visible, or it would be said that this one is making very good effort. BapDada wants the sparkle of an easy yogi to be seen on the face of each of you children. Let the sparkle of the intoxication of elevated attainment be visible, because you are the children of the Father who is the treasure store of attainments. In the blessed time of the confluence age, you have a right to claim all attainments. How can we have constant yoga? How can we have a constant experience and experience the treasure store? Do not keep wasting your time making effort for this now, but easily experience the fortune of being an embodiment of attainment. The time of completion is coming close. If even now you are busy making effort for one thing or another, then the time for attainment will end. So, when would you then experience being an embodiment of attainment? The confluence age and Brahmin souls have the blessings. May you be full of all attainments. You don't have a blessing. May you always be an effort maker, but you have the blessing of having attainment. Blessed souls who have received the blessings of attainments cannot be caught up in carelessness. Therefore, they don't have to make effort. So, do you understand what you have to become? In the royal court, it is now clear what the speciality of having a right to the kingdom was. Is it not? You have a right to the kingdom, do you not? Or are you still thinking about whether you have this or not? You have become the children of the bestower of fortune and the bestower of blessings. A king means a bestower of fortune, one who gives. If you lack nothing, what would you take? So, did you understand? The new children have to stay in this experience. Do not waste your time battling. If you waste your time battling, you will be battling in your final moments too. What will you then become? Will you become part of the moon dynasty, or will you go into the sun dynasty? Those who are battling will go into the moon dynasty. I am moving along. I am doing this. It will happen. I will get there. Do not still keep this type of aim now. If not now, then never. If you are going to become something, it has to be now. If you are going to attain something, it has to be now. Only those who have such a zeal and enthusiasm will reach their complete destination on time. None of you is ready to become Ram and Sita of the Silver Age. Since you want to go into the Sun Dynasty of the Golden Age, then the Sun Dynasty means to be a constant master, bestower of fortune and bestower of blessings, not one who has desire to take. I should receive some help It would be very good if this should happen. I will then claim a good number in my efforts. No, you are receiving help. Everything is happening. This is known as being children who are self servants, masters of the self. Do you want to move forward? Or is it that because you have come later, you want to stay at the back? The easy way to go ahead is to become an easy and natural yogi. It is very easy since there is only the one Father, since there is no one else. Where else would you go? Since there is attainment upon attainment, why would it take effort? So, take benefit of the time of attainment became an embodiment of all attainments. Do you understand? BapDada wants each child, even the last one, as well as those who come at the beginning of establishment, every child to become number one, became kings, not subjects. Acha, groups from Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh have come. Look the word Maha. Great. It's so good. The place Maharashtra has the word Maha in it, and so you also have to become great. You have become great, have you not? Because to belong to the Father means to become great. You are great souls. Brahmins means great. Your every action is great. Every word is great and every thought is great. They have become alaukik, have they not? So, those of you from Maharashtra always be embodiments of the awareness that you are great. Brahmins means the great, top knot, does it not? Madhya Pradesh are those who always maintain the intoxication of Madhyaji Bhava, means the middle one Vishnu, together with Manmana Bhava. You also have the blessing of Madhyaji Bhava. So, your heavenly form is called Madhyaji Bhava. You are those who maintain the intoxication of your elevated attainment. That is, you are those who remain stable in the form of the mantra of Madhyaji Bhava. You are also great. If you are Madhyaji Bhava, then you would definitely be Manmana Bhava too. So, Madhya Pradesh means those who became embodiments of the great mantra. So, both of you are great with your own specialities. Do you understand who you are? From the time you begin the first lesson, you just meet this firm, who am I? The Father also reminds you of the same thing. Chant this. There is just the one expression, who am I? But it has so many answers. Make a list of who am I? Acha, to all elevated souls from everywhere who are embodiments of all attainments, to all the great souls who have a right to the Alaukik royal court, to the special souls who have always adopted the sparkle of spirituality, to the constantly natural yogis, the easy yogis, to the highest on high souls. Please accept love, feel remembrance from BapDada, the highest on high. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Avyakt BapDada meeting double foreign brothers and sisters. Double foreign means those who always have the awareness of their original form, their original land, their self sovereignty, and of their original kingdom. What service in particular do the double foreigners have to do? You now especially have to give souls the experience of the power of silence. This too is a special service, just as the power of science is very well known. Each and every child knows that science is in the same way. Silence power is even higher than science. That day will also come. To reveal the power of silence means to reveal the Father. Just as science shows the visible proof, in the same way the lives of all of you are the practical proof of silence power. When all of you are visible as the practical proof, then even against their conscious wish, you will easily come into their vision. Just as last year you carried out the peace project and that was shown practically on the stage, in the same way, let mobile peace models be seen. The vision of the scientist will then definitely fall on those with silence. Do you understand? There are far more inventions of science abroad, so the sound of the power of silence will also easily spread from there. There is the aim of service anyway, and you all also have zeal and enthusiasm. You cannot stay without doing service, just as one cannot stay without food. In the same way, you cannot stay without doing service, and this is why BapDada is pleased. Acha. Avyakt BapDada meeting groups. Do you experience yourselves to have become elevated souls who are spinners of the discus of self-realization? You have had a vision of the self, have you not? To know yourself means to have a vision of the self, and to have the knowledge of the cycle means to become a spinner of the discus of self-realization. When you became a spinner of the discus of self-realization, all other types of spinning finish. The spinning of body consciousness, the spinning of relationships, the spinning of problems, all of those are the many types of spinning of Maya. However, by becoming a spinner of the discus of self-realization, all these types of spinning finish. You come out of all types of spinning. Otherwise, you get trapped in the web. So, earlier you were trapped and you have now come out. For 63 births, you continue to get trapped in many types of spinnings, and at this time you have come out of that spinning, and so you mustn't get trapped again. You have experienced it and seen it for yourself, have you not? By getting trapped in all the different types of spinning, you lost everything and by becoming a spinner of the discus of self realization, you found the Father, you found everything. So, always be a spinner of the discus of self realization. Be a conqueror of Maya and continue to move forward. By doing so, you will always remain light and not experience any type of burden. Burdens bring you down, but by being light, you will continue to fly high. So, you are those who fly, are you not? You are not weak, are you? If even one wing is weak, it will bring you down and not allow you to fly. So, make both wings strong and you will automatically continue to fly. To be a spinner of the discus of self realization means to continue to fly in the ascending stage. Acha, you are Raj Yogis, elevated souls, are you not? From having an ordinary life, you have become easy yogis, Raj Yogis. Such elevated yogi souls always swing in the swings of supersensuous joy. Hatha yogis levitate their bodies with Hatha yoga and practice flying. In fact, you Raj yogis experience a high stage. By copying this, they levitate their bodies. However, wherever you stay in your high stage. And so, it is said that yogis remain high up. The place of the stage of the mind is high because you have become double light. In any case, for angels, it is said that their feet are never on the ground. Angels means those whose feet of the intellect are not on the ground. Those who are not body conscious always remain high up, away from body consciousness. You have become such angels that is Raj Yogis. You don't have any attachment to this old world now. To do service is a different matter, but do not have any attachment. To be a yogi means the Father and I, no third person. So always remain this awareness of being Raj Yogis, always angels. With this awareness, you will constantly continue to move forward. Raj Yogis are always the masters of the unlimited, not the masters of the limited. You have come away from the limited, you have received unlimited rights. Therefore, remain happy with this. Just as the Father is unlimited, so too stay in unlimited happiness, unlimited intoxication. Acha, at the time of farewell, to all the children who are blessed at Amrit Vela, please accept golden love and remembrance from the Father, the bestower of blessings. Among with that, to those who are always churning plans of doing the service of creating the golden world, those who are engaged with a lot of love and service with their hearts and life, those who are cooperative souls with their bodies, minds, and wealth. BapDada is saying good morning and diamond morning to all of you. Always be a diamond and take the speciality of this diamond age as a blessing and an inheritance. You will then remain stable in a golden stage, and you will also continue to give others a similar experience. So, a diamond morning to the double hero children everywhere. Acha, blessing. May you be one with merciful feelings, who has pure and positive thoughts for others and uplift those who defame you. Explanation: no matter what type of soul comes into contact with you, whether Satoguni or Tamoguni, you are those who always have pure and positive thoughts for them. That is, you uplift those who insult you. Never have any vision of dislike towards any soul, because you know that that soul is under the influence of ignorance, that he is without understanding. Let there be mercy and love, not dislike, for that soul. Souls who have pure and positive thoughts for others never think, why did this one do this? They would always think of how they can benefit that soul. This is the stage of a well-wisher. Slogan: with the power of tapasya, make the impossible possible and became an embodiment of success. Om Shanti